Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are doing well. Got a story about this $5,000 stimulus check Elon Musk is talking about. Let me tell y'all ought to be tired of this man talking, because every time he say something, he don't do nothing but lie and gas people up. He is the biggest gaslighter right now. It is insane how is just all over the place, busy, busy, busy doing stuff, not really functioning in the capacity of government. He's functioning in the capacity of a business person who's making business decisions about government. And while I know everybody's like, oh, he's discovering waste, fraud, and abuse, really he is setting everybody for the okie doke for this digital currency, trying to prep y'all for the economic collapse. And so this is just my 2 cents. You can take it with a grain of salt. But I feel like taking this $5,000 is probably going to come through the treasury. You're probably going to have to do something for it. It says for taxpayers. So it's going to require you to plug into a system to qualify for it. But these are just mechanisms that they are using to get you accustomed to getting free money, like a universal basic income. This is a mechanism to get you tied into this central bank digital currency. This is probably a hoax, because as soon as you get this money, folks gonna probably get it around this, the time, summertime. Folks ready to travel might come around spring break. Young folks ready to get in the street and have spring break time or whatever. But it's gonna come at a time when folks are feeling good, the weather's changing, so on and so forth. I believe as soon as y'all get this money and spend it good, the economy gonna collapse. Either that, or they are using this money to inject into the economy, because the economy is so bad now, and there's so much misinformation out there that most people just are not catching it. Like, there is no people aren't talking about the unemployment. People are getting laid off. Everybody's talking about losing their jobs. Not everybody, but a lot of people are venting about losing their jobs. But that information that's coming directly from workers, that's like on social media. First, you got to vet it. We don't know it's true, but also you don't know if the numbers that the government gives you for um, unemployment rates, those numbers are not actual either. So everything is just like a big old Ponzi scheme slash scam. And most folks are just not going to catch all the shenanigans that, are going on right now. So, for me, I'm just kind of like, I don't really know um, you know, what this money is for, except for to try to lure people or condition people to be ready for the mark of the beast, or not. I hate to say the mark of the beast, the no buy no sell system. I gotta separate the two. They're conditioning people to be ready for this no buy no sell system, because they always attach all the things all the little mechanisms of control to money, or comfort, ease, selling you, this is better than the last thing we offered you, that type of thing. So that is what's happening, and it's very obvious to those of us with eyes to see. But for a lot of people, they just can't see it. So let me read you this story. So it says, in a recent social media exchange, Elon Musk, head of the Department of Government Efficiency, which is Doge, hinted at the possibility of issuing $5,000 checks to American taxpayers, a concept dubbed the Doge dividend. See how they crazy. This proposal, originating from investment firm CEO and Doge advisor James Fishback, suggests allocating 20% of Doge's projected savings and distributing it to tax-paying households. Let's assess what we know. So the genesis of the Doge dividend and the $5,000 stimulus check calculation. Fishback introduced the so-called Doge dividend on X, proposing that a portion of Doge's anticipated $2 trillion in savings he returned to taxpayers in the form of $5,000 stimulus checks. We wanted to help make Doge real for millions of Americans. They deserve a portion of the savings. Doge will deliver under President Trump's leadership, Fishback said. According to Fishback's calculations, dedicating 20% of the savings would amount to $400 billion, translating to about $5,000 per household for the $78 million tax-paying households. Excuse me. Musk responded to the proposal by stating he would discuss it with President Trump. It sounds like that. Like, mm, 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 mm. Anyway, this is some fraggle That's what this is. So, okay, you're going to save 2 trillion, but you're going to give back 400 billion. So where is the other 600 billion going? What y'all going to do with that? That's number one. Number two, why $5,000? Who came up with this dollar amount? How is this money supposed to be distributed to people? When you file a tax return, they just send it to you, send it to your bank account. Well, what if you don't sign up for a bank account? What if you get a check? Is it going to require you to sign up for direct deposit in order to receive it? I smell a dead rat. The political and economic hurdles to the Doge dividend and the $5,000 stimulus checks. So first, they say it has to have congressional approval. It talks about the economic implications. So, budget experts caution in a market watch report that distributing such substantial sums could exacerbate inflationary pressures reminiscent of concerns raised during the previous stimulus efforts. This would be especially ironic given the Republicans were the primary opponents of additional stimulus during the pandemic. Preston Brashers, a research fellow for tax policy at the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, echoed this on X. Love what Doge is doing, but this is a bad idea. There's no need to send dividend checks. The dividend we get from slashing spending is that it brings inflation into check. But if the government sends out stimmy checks, inflation will come back with a vengeance. So basically, no matter what they do, they're not gonna help us. And whatever they do is only gonna help us in the short term. In the long term, you're not going to be able to get any relief. No matter what they do, you may get a check, you may go to the store and spend it, but everything in the store is more expensive now. So you're not going to get more bang for your buck. Two, you always got to worry about the economy, the bigger impact. And three, they don't talk about, they talk about not doing stuff for us, but they're going to make sure they give tax cuts to the rich people. So they're going to pay less than we do in taxes. They have more money already, but they're going to pay less than we do. And it's very unfortunate that most people can't see that. So people are going to stop talking about all the other stuff that's going on in the world and talk about $5,000 stimulus checks that have not even been guaranteed yet. So I feel like this is the smoke and mirrors. It is Thursday, so ain't no telling what's going on, that this crap crap is announced. So don't get caught up in this foolery. Legal challenges. Doge's very foundation under the judicial scrutiny is under judicial scrutiny, with ongoing lawsuits questioning its legality. The outcome of the legal proceedings could impact the feasibility of any proposed dividend. So I already told y'all that office was created by Obama, so I don't think it's going to be anything that they are going to be able to do about it. But it's just the point of the challenges they have to go through the system. So, while some stuff may be on hold, eventually this stuff is going to come through. So it's just a matter of waiting. So the upshot of the Doge dividend and the $5,000 stimulus checks. While the notion of a Doge dividend and receiving a $5,000 stimulus check is enticing to many, it faces numerous legislative, economic, and legal challenges. As with many high-profile proposals, the path from concept to reality is fraught with complexities that require careful navigation. In forthcoming articles, the person who wrote this article will dive into the potential Doge dividend in more detail, evaluating how impactful a $5,000 stimulus check could be, assessing how it could be implemented at a lower overall cost, and discussing the feasibility in more detail. Well, if you give people $5,000, people going to buy groceries, people going to pay rent, people going to pay their bills. It's not like people got a whole bunch of money. There might be some dummy heads who just be like, I'm going to ball out of control and drink liquor and go on a cruise and buy expensive handbags. But the majority of people are struggling right now. And so their bills are behind. They're going to use that money to catch up their bills. Guess what? That money is going back to the people who are rich, because and not just the rich people, but shareholders, because all these companies that you pay, when you get your bills caught up, they're going to rake in the money. So like, it's a no-win system. It's everything is rigged for you to lose: worker, slave laborer, debt slave. So, one, I would not anticipate a check from these people. Number two, I don't know what the distraction is, but this man is a master of gaslighting people and bigging up stuff and getting people all hyped so he can go off and do something that he really wants to do and have a windfall. So, just pay attention to him. He's not a good person, and he um, is a walking lying wonder. I guess that's the best way to say it. So, just be careful. I just want to talk about the stimulus. Don't get your hopes. They send it to you. You spin it fast, spin it. Take it out the bank and spin it. But I wouldn't look for it because I don't see getting congressional approval. Republicans don't believe in that. And, I see him trying to position himself as some good leader that we can trust, when, you know, the truth of the matter is we should do anything but trust him. So, anyway, don't get it twisted. You probably are not getting a $5,000 stimulus check. And if you do, the economy probably is going to collapse under the weight of just the inflation and the influx of money. It's not, they're trying to do everything they can to keep the thing afloat, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if they're really trying or they're just pretending to try, but it's bad times, y'all. $5,000 stimulus check for every taxpayer. Why not every citizen? Except for the ones that are incarcerated. Or, but even if people are ill or in homes or whatever, if they're alive, why they can't get no money? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Anyway, please leave your comments below in the comment section. Like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload new content. And keep prepping, y'all, because things are devolving fast in Babylon, and all of the shenanigans and charades, they're becoming more and more obvious each day to people who are paying attention. So don't get your hopes high on nothing this country is offering, because you about to get a hard time. That's what you're about to get. All right, y'all. This is Marta K. Love y'all, and I'm out.